Number 10 on my digital dozen is cloud services big data. Now, what do I mean by cloud services? Well, very simply put, it means that the data is no longer stored on your local PC or your phone or your tablet, but stored at a data center or in an office somewhere other than your home. And you connect to it using a Wi-Fi or internet connection. So you don't have to actually manage that storage. You don't actually have to worry about it. It's all being done for you somewhere else. Now that gives you lots of advantages. First of all, it can be all backed up, it can be secure, it can have backup power supplies. If one hard drive were to fail, it would automatically cover with another one, so you don't have to worry about losing your data. But it also means that the device that you have in your home or at your office doesn't have to be very big. It doesn't have to be very powerful, and it can be very inexpensive. This is a Chrome box. This is Google's cloud service. So this is a PC, except there's no software on this PC. All this does is connect to the internet, gives you a keyboard and a mouse and USB ports and some speaker capability, and all you're doing is processing data that's actually stored somewhere else and running operating systems and programs that are actually stored at Google. And this is all done, so that means it doesn't matter where you are. You can use this box or any box you want because you don't have to have that information physically there. So if I use this computer and then use another one somewhere else, it will automatically have the same data going back and forth. But it's even gotten smaller than that. Here's the same idea. This is also a cloud computer. Now, believe it or not, this thing costs $59. It's almost as powerful as this one. It has an HDMI out, so it'll connect up to your monitor. It has USB, it has Wi-Fi, and it's a full computer. Instead of that big, huge Hulk box, this is your computer. The reason it can be so small is because the data is not stored on here. There's no storage. All the processing, all the software is somewhere else. It's being connected via the internet. Same thing with games. This is a gaming device. Instead of a big console, you can have a device like this, $50, about the same price as this little guy here. And you can now play games, and full games. You still have your controller. You can still play it like you normally would, all the Twitch moves, etc. But now all the gamings and all the, you don't have to worry about losing the discs or anything else because they're all stored in the cloud. Now, from a marketing perspective, of course, there are opportunities as well. Because with all the data aggregated at one common location, all of a sudden you have the ability at looking at trends. You can look at what people are doing, and you can make offers for people that are far more relevant because they will be focused on what they really are doing and what they really like. Now let's say you like the idea of the cloud, but you don't want it somewhere else. You want it at your own location or your own office, etc. Well, you can actually build your own cloud. This is an example of your own cloud. This box is a storage. It's called a RAID storage device, a file server. It happens to hold 15 terabytes worth of content. Now, what's 15 terabytes? Well, it's 3,200 full-length movies can be stored on here, or maybe 3 million photographs on this one little box. And this thing is not that expensive. You put the drives in, and it's all protected. If one drive fails, you can switch it over. And then if you want to create your own little cloud in your home, you can buy a little box like this, which is $100. You connect it onto the network, and now all this information is accessible to any device you may have, whether it's your laptop, your PC, your cloud computer, or even your phone, and you can access all that information. You've created your own cloud. This is the same device, by the way, that the big guys use, except instead of being a small one, there are racks and racks and rooms of these things. But this is an example of what a cloud service would be at your home. So that's what cloud processing is all about, is taking the processing away from the computer, where it used to be all stored, so you can use very inexpensive, very lightweight devices, and put it all into remote storage, where it's secure, backed up, and always up to date in terms of software.